Welcome to the Same Snob Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Snobs Podcast. It is Tuesday night, and I think we both feel all right. Welcome to my co-host, Mr. Casey Plott.
Hello.
You look very warm.
I am, man. It's sweater season, buddy. You know me and my sweaters. I pulled them all out. I got all the winter clothes out. Super stoked. Ready for Thursday. I've got constant costume changes. I've got all kinds of plans.
Well, for me, it's sweater season all the time.
Well, I mean, look at that beard, obviously.
I know, right? No, it's not the beard. It's the fat. Which segues perfectly into our next thing.
That is odd.
No.
It's a quick segue. We're jumping in the gate, baby. Feet first. Let's go.
We didn't even get into it. No, I want to, before we get into anything, I want to ask, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. You know, dealing with that good old fashioned seasonal depression. You know, put up the Christmas tree this weekend with the kiddo. It was very exciting. So that was fun. Watch the princess switch about 5 times.
Ooh.
So,
wait, the first one or the second? Did they just come out with the sequel?
I watched them both, and actually, that was my doing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, River was staring at me like, why are we doing this, Dad? I'm like, look, if you can kill trolls for me, I'm murdering this for you.
This is how it's going.
This is how it works.
And that's why they need more and more sequels, so that way we have, breaks. It's not the same movie over and over again.
Exactly. I can't do another round of Woody Woodpecker, man.
Oh, my God. I mean, I've watched that like 3 times now, and I'm just like, no, it went away. I'm sorry. And I like Woody Woodpecker.
I do too. I mean, the original.
Brian, of course, is over here already commenting about Christmas tree before Turkey Day. Never. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Unfortunately, with my schedule with my daughter, it's I've got to do it when time is available. So, and that way we have time for other fun stuff.
You don't justify yourself to anybody, sir. Brian, get this straight. And I heard it perfectly for me.
I've got to do when time is available.
So I am double playing us. Sorry. So we are, I was trying to fix something. So here's the deal. You can put up a Christmas tree before Turkey Day. I think you can't put it up before Halloween. That's too early. But November 1st is fair game. And here's why. Because on August 15th, Pumpkin Spice came out. And if Pumpkin Spice, and this is not, I'm taking this from my good buddy Brian Patrick from Skyline Indie Film Fest. He said this to me. He's like, if you can have that Pumpkin Spice shit since August, I can have Christmas in October. So I've just adopted it. In the year 2020, the year of our Lord 2020, as I should say, our Lord Satan, how you do? That's the only explanation. That is legit the only explanation I can come up with. You have to be able to be flexible and pivot. And if Christmas trees bring you joy in this time,
you find joy wherever you can get it.
Yes. That's the
my
way
Halloween was like September time I started.
I want to start Halloween in like May.
I'm in.
So
let's go.
Tells you where I'm at. Especially this year, I was like, we're not going out. All right, it's Halloween. That's just what it is.
Exactly.
I don't get 4th of July picnics or Memorial Day barbecues or things like that. Then
Labor Day weekend, nothing.
Yeah, then I just want Halloween right now, and I want to be surrounded by my Halloween stuff. Now, when it comes to Christmas, my personal belief is I don't decorate, and this goes back to when I was a kid. I don't decorate until after Santa comes during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
Totally fair.
That's again, that's not trying to put that on anybody or say, hey, this is the official time. Screw you. Like, that's just my feeling on it, because I don't want to get sick of Christmas either.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm just so looking forward to it because it also represents the end of the year. 2020 is done. We can put it behind us. So we'll just go all out for Christmas.
We're not there yet, buddy. We're
It's
not
around the
there
corner,
yet.
man. It's around the corner. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you
I
do it.
wish I could say that were true. But I mean, we're not out of the woods. I wish we were. I don't know what's coming. I'm hoping 20. All right. So do you remember the meme? I'm going to go this way. Do you remember the meme that came out like last December? And it was like, hey, in 2020, both Friday the 13th have like full moons. And I think it was like 4th of July is on like a Friday, and Halloween's on a Friday, and Christmas is on a Friday, or whatever it was. I can't remember all the dates. I can't remember everything. And then it was like, it's going to be the best year yet. And then everybody was like, yeah, that'd be great. And then Cats came out. And it has not gotten better since.
I mean, it's true. I forget that we almost went to war with Iran earlier this year. Like, there's been a lot of stuff going on. And that was early. That was like January.
The wildfires was January too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much all year on fire. Like, the United States was just on fire.
Yeah.
And it was lit, but I don't think the way the kids mean it.
Yeah, I was not lit in that way.
No.
Yeah, you're right. It was just lit. Mike Courtney joined us. Mike, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for joining in. My wife is an Instagram influencer, so we already have like 3 trees up. I don't blame her.
I love 3 trees. That'd be awesome.
Anybody's up. If you want to walk into different rooms of your house and have a Christmas tree in there that makes you feel good, then do it. There's no
different
reason
Christmas trees. Why not? Different rooms, different vibes.
And from our favorite watchers back tonight, and he's saying, Facebook user.
Hey, Facebook user. What's up, Facebook user?
We love when Facebook user shows up. He's our Florida man. We never know who it is, but we love your comments, so we want you to keep coming. Do not tell us. And he asked the question, you can get sick of Christmas. No, I can. I can get sick of a lot of things, though.
Just get him fired up, man. Give him a couple minutes, let him roll.
I think a lot of people don't realize and Casey does very well, actually, how quickly I am to rant. Like, yeah, that's it.
I'm hoping to get you fired up. We're going to find something. We're going to push those buttons, buddy. Oh, definitely on Thursday night. Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock hours just me ranting about something that you just threw in there?
I'll just be sitting back. I'll slowly be having like popcorn and things on the side. Like, yes.
Oh,
good, Michael. God. Good.
Oh, I can't even imagine where that's going to come. Yeah, so anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, Thanksgiving, we're doing Casey and I are hosting the Friendsgiving, the SceneSnobs.com Friendsgiving virtual party. It's a 8-hour live show. So starting at 11 p.m., we go live, and then we go until 7 a.m.
We'll get all those Black Friday shoppers who aren't shopping.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you guys are looking at stuff online, why not have us on in the background?
Exactly. We'll help guide you.
I don't know if that's going to be a podcast because
Keep
I don't
deal
know.
Alert up.
Oh my God, I can't wait for the people who just stumble upon it like weeks later on the YouTube page and they're like, 8 hours. Who does an 8-hour show?
Why did they? What they must have put it in wrong.
They must have just let it play after they were done talking. No, we may not talk. We're going to try. Oh no, Brian, why'd you have to? Well, not this Brian. This is Brian Kasman, host of the Sports Snobs. One of our great hosts of the Sports Snobs. Pat's the other one. 26 hurricanes. Yeah, 26 hurricanes this year. That's crazy.
Yeah, what up to Theta? Something wild like that.
I feel like I live in a forest.
I feel like I live in a forest of emotion. I feel you, Mike. I understand. You know what? We can get deep on that in another show, another night.
Casey looks like he lives in a forest. Or on Steve Zissou's ship.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, good call. I didn't even pull it. Great. That's awesome.
Listen, Klaus. We know what it is.
I just want to be loved.
Brian, what? Come on. My other host of Pulling Focus podcast, and he runs the Skyline Indie Film Festival, which is accepting submissions now. Go to skylineindiefilmfest.org if you're a filmmaker and start submitting. Brian Patrick, why did you have to tell us you were a Facebook user? We love the allure of the possibility that it was just random people. But whatever, we'll accept it. We appreciate you watching.
Well, I mean, he is random people as Facebook user, so I'm still living it. We still have a great Facebook user.
Somebody will pop up on Facebook and be the new Facebook user. You're right.
Exactly.
So it's just that it's like I said, he's our Florida man, and I love it.
It's like a bunch of Zoes.
Oh my God, really? Oh my God, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
There's a weird throwaway. There's a one-off for you.
Such a throwback, man. That's funny. So, all right. So tonight we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get thankful for a lot of things. But before we get there, I want to talk about something that's been bothering me, and that is male pattern baldness. Casey, take off your hat.
I mean, I didn't realize we were doing this early. No.
You had hair last week, so nobody believes you.
No, it's fair. It's homeless underneath this thing, man. I had to try to hold it. Yes.
Florida, the lower appendage of the USA. You are correct.
From Facebook user.
It's from Facebook user. It's the best. Facebook user is just always around. Facebook user, I love you. We always appreciate you watching. So we're going to get into it. I did mention earlier that I'm fat. So I thought maybe
your big bones did.
I'm big. No, I'm fat. I'm a fat man.
Are you Mel Gibson level fat man?
No, nobody's on Mel Gibson's level. I think my favorite thing, and I was talking about this with somebody the other day because we were talking about the movie, is when we would reenact the end of Lethal Weapon 2 at laser tag.
It was a good time.
Oh my God. Just
good
lay
time.
Down in the middle. And then I'm like holding you and I'm just like, Riggs, stay with me, Riggs.
Well, we were dressed up. I mean, I still don't know why you wouldn't commit. I had the wig. I had the jean jacket. I had the full outfit, bro. I was full on rigged up.
You did, man. You absolutely. I did not go full Raj. No. I wore a fake mustache.
You did. You did.
As far as I was going.
You had suit-ish like things. You had nice-ish clothes on.
There's no way we're going to laser tag, and I'm doing that. But I did pretend to be the part of Raj, and of course, played by the great Danny Glover.
Portrayed very well, by the way. It was a riveting scene. I cried. I was in your arms, crying.
The best is just you laying down in the middle of laser tag with all of these kids running around, and it's just two grown-ass men sitting there acting out the end of Lethal Weapon 2. And how we did not film it, I don't know. It would have been amazing to put on the internet and just have people call us Jack.
Sounds like we just have to do it again.
Yeah, that's true, man. 100%. What are these idiots doing? Just enjoying a little. No, we got to think about another one. We got. Oh man, Facebook users in full effect. Yeah. So works for Bruce Willis, so I went with it. I'm all for it.
All right.
Facebook never go. 2 days before retirement. So we all know. We all love it. We all love it.
A few hours before retirement. Oh, Raj.
It's 2020. You can't go full cancel culture.
But can't we? Isn't it the season for it?
I mean, no one's safe.
I just saw where potentially one of my favorite actors on The Expanse might be getting booted.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah, Cass Anvar.
Is that the character name or is it the person?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's plays the Martian guy, the pilot.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Stop telling us who Facebook user is. Hi, Scott. Thanks for joining in. Though. We love you, but you have to be our Florida man. You just have to be out there, and you have to.
Anonymity is key.
Remember years ago when all of the cancel culture started, and it was done by anonymous.
Yeah.
Not the group, but people who didn't want to put their name out there. So like anonymous was just trying to cancel you and troll you. Now it seems like everybody's like, no anonymity here. We're just taking over.
They want you to know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're taking you out. That's the way it works. Mm-hmm. Lower appendage. I don't know. Are we talking about Florida or are we talking about Bruce Willis?
Both are essentially huge lower appendages. So
I've seen Color of Night. I've seen Bruce Willis's lower appendage, and it is huge.
I believe it. He had Demi Moore, for crying out loud. They had babies.
That's 100% true. Yeah. If you get Demi Moore, you're solid. You win that.
Says a lot about Ashton Kutcher too, but I mean, I think we knew.
No, I'm talking Demi Moore 80s.
Yeah,
80s, 90s.
slamming.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful woman now, but
G.I. Jane, she was gorgeous.
Oh my God, yeah. Any group with a letterhead now is cancel culture. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Scene Snobs. We don't cancel you here. We just hate if you hate.
And we don't have letterhead.
Oh, I don't have a letterhead. I haven't made it yet. Then.
Not yet, buddy. You're so close.
Well, I appreciate everybody joining in. So thank you on this Thanksgiving week. But Casey and I have some fun stuff to talk about. And we talked about me being fat earlier. Casey brought it up. So we're going to talk about another fat man, Mr. Mel Gibson, in the new movie Fat Man. We both watched it. It's out on VOD today. It's been in theaters for about a week now. Casey, I want to get your feelings on the movie after watching, because we haven't talked about any of it.
We haven't. I'm actually really excited for this conversation. So I watched it twice. Mm-hmm. And after having seen it now, I can definitely say that it was a great, fun ride with an incredibly huge heart, and it was lacking in certain areas, and I couldn't tell what it was missing, but it just felt like there were things missing, a little disjointed perhaps. But all in all, I love that movie, and it is now officially a Christmas movie. It's in the pantheon of movies I must watch every season. I mean, Walton Goggins crushes it. The performances were fantastic. So, I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, even the impetuous child was perfect. So they played really well. I think the Mrs. Claus relationship was also a highlight. It was tough to get through because it's just, I don't know, burly, gruff Mel Gibson just being a jerk early on, and he sold it. And you find out why later, obviously, and exactly what they go through, and it was pretty well done. The ending was a lot of fun. I kind of saw it taking that turn. That's what kind of put a nice bow on it.
Yeah, and I don't want to give away the ending. I want everybody to watch it. It's not some mega twist or anything like that, but it's just a well done movie. It's an original story, which if anybody's still kind of like trying to figure it out, Mel Gibson plays a drinking, gun-toting, disgruntled Santa Claus, whose business is just kind of drying up, and he's trying to make ends meet. Mrs. Claus is played by Marianne Jean-Baptiste, who is truly amazing in the role. She delivered an amazing monologue in the movie about marriage that I was just like, this is insane. This is great. Walton Goggins, who can play either a guy that you want to have a beer with and be his best friend, or a complete psychopath, perfectly.
Or both in Justified.
Yeah, that's true. He plays a hitman that is sent out by another disgruntled child, played by Chance Hirschfield. I want to say he's from A Million Ways to Die, A Million Little Things. The name of the show. And it was funny to see him play evil here, because on that show he plays such like a sweet character, but it's very different how he plays the evil child here, and I love it. So for me, I went in, I watched it, and I've watched it twice now, like you. I've loved it. Yeah. And I was fortunate enough, little plug for Scene Snobs, which we're on right now. Tomorrow, my interview with the directors, the Nelms brothers, Ian and Esham, will be out. Make sure you go check that out, because we talk about all their movies, but we definitely talk about Fat Man and what it's like to work with Mel Gibson as, you guessed it, Santa Claus. It's truly fantastic. Brian, I'm just letting you know now, I am not putting up your comment. I'll leave that one alone. So for me, watching this movie, it's original, it's different. It is a Christmas movie, but it is also action-packed. It is rude, crude, everything else. But I told them in the interview, they did for Santa Claus what Nolan did for Batman and Dark Knight. The comparison, as in, made it feel like they could really exist in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. They definitely did that. They definitely said it in a way, and the characters are done perfectly, as if you could travel and visit this guy right now. Like, you get that feeling.
Oh yeah, and just kind of like I love that there's a magic element to it, but they don't. It's not everything is taken seriously. Everything is played well. There's comedic moments, but for the most part, it's it's played straight. They don't make anything silly.
Mm-hmm.
So like when the military guys couldn't lift up all the crates that were there, and Santa walked over, he's like, "Guys, watch out! I'll take care of it." And he lifted it up. I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense. He's Santa Claus."
He's Santa Claus. He's a magic being. I mean, that's what do you expect?
Having a bullet hole in him and then healing up from it and having kind of a healing factor. I'm like, that makes sense. He's Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that. The elves did not seem silly.
The elves were not silly at all. In fact, I loved the elves. I thought they were probably the smartest portrayal of elves I've possibly ever seen. Like, it was pretty fascinating the way they had them as numbered, first of all, which was great.
Yeah.
And the new foreman is 7, and they're like, "What happened to 1, 2, and 3?" Well, been here a while. It's like, so they can die.
But at the same time, too, it kind of gives off that feeling of, even when they said, they were just like, so just numbers, and they're just like, it's more efficient that way.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is done for efficiency, like them explaining why they eat the way they do, so they can sleep the way they do.
Which was horrifying. Dude, the eating scene messed me up. That was gross. It was so, I immediately got diabetes from all that sugar.
But think about it, and I am not putting down, I'm definitely not putting down Elf in any way, shape, or form. It's still probably, to this day, one of the best, if not the best, Christmas movie. That's a big thing. That's a big thing to say, I know, but think about how good that movie is.
It's a strong movie. Yeah, I mean, I'll always top 5 it.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you just put a top 5 and it's not your favorite, I get that. I understand. But if not, it could be considered one of the best.
It still can't touch the magic of White Christmas, but that's just for me.
And that's fair. That's a completely fair statement. You like your stars in movies to beat their kids. It's completely fine.
With a sack of sweet Valencia oranges.
Well,
so that way it doesn't leave bruises.
While singing about it. And actually, while we're talking about this, I want to hear what your favorite Christmas movies are. Brian, I just saw yours. I'll put it up in a second. Facebook user, I see your back and warming my heart with your comments. I'll pop them up, but I want to make this point with Fat Man. Elf, when he's pouring all the stuff on and he's talking about the 4 food groups, elf food groups and stuff like that, they made it so silly. And you're like, yeah, I get it. Elves eat that way. But then Fat Man takes pretty much the same thing and makes you realize, like, oh, yeah, I would get that. I completely understand. Like, the military personnel are not wrong in saying, you probably ate some protein and some vegetables. You probably grow. And they're like, we don't need to grow. This is what we do, and this is why we do it. And it makes sense. Yeah,
I mean, but also magical creatures. But the fact that they gave an explanation to magical creatures that's completely legit, that already kind of exists in a world that we are aware of, in a universe that we get. I mean, yeah, it was a good job. They tied a lot of things together. It was nice. Yeah, like I said, the story itself was just, I would have been cool with a 3-hour version of that movie.
Yeah, 100%. That was so good. And anybody who's watching, go check out the Nellis Brothers' other movies, because they did a movie called Small Town Crime right before this, starring John Hawkes, T.V. Spencer, Anthony Anderson, Robert Forrester was in it. Clifton Collins Jr. is one of my favorite actors of all time. It's so good. It's about an ex-cop who gets kicked off the force but finds a dead body and then vows to find the killer. It's a redemption, but there's some comedy elements to it and stuff. So they do such a great job with gritty but comedy. And I talked to them, and I don't want to give away what I said last night, because make sure you watch the interview, but they have directed Danny Glover in their movie Waffle Street. And now they have directed Mel Gibson in a gritty action movie. And I did infer that maybe it's time for them to take over a certain franchise.
You mean one of the greatest buddy cop franchises of all time?
I'd say one that we reenacted on the laser tag once.
Bingo.
So when you guys watch it, make sure you comment and say, you guys need to direct this. Maybe Richard Donner will get the message. But going back to Christmas movies real quick, I do love your pick of White Christmas. It is a beautiful story. It's just the way it looks and the music, of course. So that's a great choice for your number one.
Yeah, and it's classic. It's just one of those that stuck with me. One I watched with grandma. It's one that's made it through the years. So I don't have a whole lot of traditions left or a lot of things. So it was nice to get that one. That still sticks around. Funny you mentioned Richard Donner as Facebook user here brings up reindeer games. That's pretty strong.
Richard Donner director Reindeer Games?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like, or Michael Bay.
No, not enough stuff blew up in that. No, I don't remember who did.
I feel like it's Richard Donner.
Billy Bob from Bad Santa and Ben Affleck from Reindeer Games with Drunk Grant Mel as Santa. Listen, I'm just going to state this now. You cannot compare Mel Gibson's Santa from Fat Man to any other Santa. It is not an amalgamation. He created his own Santa, and it works. So definitely go check it out. But that is a very close way of going about it.
Mm-hmm. Was not Richard Donner. In fact, it was John Frankenheimer.
John Frankenheimer and Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Your name is my name too.
Your name is my... I'm not getting sued. Brian Kaz says Home Alone. Home Alone is a great choice.
Yeah.
That's one I love watching on Thanksgiving. I don't know. And I'll watch it after too because my kid loves it and he'll go crazy over it. But for some reason, I start on Thanksgiving with that movie. It fits. I don't know why. It's just one that always fit for me.
No, I get it. I mean, because they don't have a real Christmas. They wind up traveling all over it. No, I guess they show up on Christmas Day? Is that Christmas morning that they arrive? It's got to be. It's movie magic. It's
not Christmas morning, but it's like a few days before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of works, I guess. So we were talking about Mel Gibson portraying one of our child heroes, if I can say it in that way, shape, or form, and it works for you guys.
Yeah.
So I would say Santa's our childhood hero, one of them. So I think
he was able to deliver joy and gifts to children all over the world in one night with reindeer. Yeah, that's heroic as all get out. If that isn't a hero, I don't know what is.
And there's only one other person I would say that could do that. The trains with the cutouts. Yeah, that is a great part. There's only one other person that I can say during our childhood that could have done that. And that's Hulk Hogan. The real American hero. Not G.I. Joe. It was Hulk Hogan. And
Hulkamania.
Hulkamania. You know.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Were you a Hulkamaniac?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I constantly was cutting my shirts so I could rip them off in half and then have my mom scream at me because I was trying to intimidate or imitate this, awesome human being, this hunk of flesh, this wonder that we saw before us who could lift Andre the Giant.
I know, right?
Come on. That's awesome.
So for me, okay, so you're getting into it, and that's a great point. Like Hulk Hogan, I don't think anybody younger than us probably doesn't really know or remember just how much of a phenomenon Hulkamania was. It was the 80s. It was huge. You saw Hulk Hogan everywhere. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers.
He was the guy.
He was the guy. That's why I don't think for when people start watching wrestling now, and even when I'm talking to my 8-year-old, or I'm talking to other younger people who like wrestling, and I'm like, you don't understand how insanely epic the turn was when he was the third member of NWO. He was the other outsider. And anybody who was around that time and understood Hulkamania gets it.
Yeah.
Now,
I was a freshman in high school. That was huge when he did the turn, man. That was huge.
Oh, when he came out and he slammed Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was crazy.
I mean, not really as big as when I saw him on Tropic Thunder and fell in love with that show on Saturdays. If you remember.
No, not Tropic Thunder.
Not Tropic Thunder. What was it? Oh, like some Bay, Thunder Bay?
I think so. I think it might have been Thunder Bay. I'm looking it up now.
Okay.
Thunder, because the thing was called Thunder. The boat was called Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise. That was it. Loved that show. Big fan.
Man, do you remember on Baywatch when Hogan showed up? And then my favorite. It's my favorite thing in the world. Hogan's there. Savage is there. This is when they're in WCW. So it's in the 90s. They're hanging out at Baywatch. They're working out on Muscle Beach. Not the Muscle Beach, but a Muscle Beach. And Flair shows up in a limo. And he's with Vader, and I forget who the other person he's with. They all show up. Was it Arn Anderson?
Probably Arn. I mean, that was his right-hand man.
Master Shake says, I'm a real American. Yes, you are, and I'm not getting sued. So fighting for the rights of every man. Yes. 26-inch pythons. I think it was 24, but you're close. So for me, they did that on Baywatch, and basically Ric Flair retired from wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. Hogan was the champion at the time for WCW. Flair shows up and goes, I'm buying the beach, because it's Flair. He's like, I'm buying the beach, and I'm going to turn it into like a, condominiums or whatever. And so the Baywatch crew is like, what? And so Hogan goes, I'll tell you what. He's like, I'll tell you what, brother. I'll wrestle you for it. And he goes, and Flair's reaction, this is why Flair is the man. He's the GOAT. Flair's reaction in the show is like, why would I wrestle you? I had no reason to, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, if you win, you can put up if you lose, no condominiums, you got to get out of here. You got to leave. If I win, brother, or if I win, no condominiums, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying it's so wrong. And that's why
I'm waiting. Keep going, man.
And he goes, if you win, not only can you put up whatever you want, but you get what you've wanted forever. The WCW championship. And Flair goes crazy. He's like, he's going crazy.
Woo! Woo!
He is. He's like, what are you talking about? Yeah. And I'm just like, it's so funny. The whole show. And then they have like a tag team, and it's like it's Savage and Hogan versus Flair and Vader.
Epic days, man. Epic days. Everything with Hogan was just huge.
And that was towards the end. Because once he made that turn, that Hulkamania was kind of slowing down.
What are you talking about? That peak physical specimen.
That's fair. Well, okay. So this is what I wanted to get into. That's why it's labeled Hulk versus Thor. Not many people know, but the picture came out, and I'm going to show it to you now. But as we're talking, Chris Hemsworth put out a picture. He is going to be playing Hulk Hogan in a biopic of Hulk Hogan. It's the best way to put it.
What a twist.
So this is him here.
Oh, my lantern, look at that man. Whew.
And he's jacked. He was ready. Yeah. He's ready for them pythons. He's trying to get ready. My only thing is, if you look at it, let me make it a little bit bigger, because I want to. We're gonna tear apart, not tear apart, because I love Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, let's not body shame, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna body shame. Who am I gonna body shame? I'm fatter than Fat Man. Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus. So who am I to body shame? Anybody? So if we look at his body, Chris Hemsworth is jacked. He is insane. He always has been. He was a great Thor. But look at him. He's so jacked. That is not a Hulk Hogan body. Would you agree?
Okay, so I had to, knowing that this was a topic, I legitimately did some weird stuff and did a lot of research on and stared at a lot of pictures of Hulk Hogan's body and Chris Hemsworth's body. And nah, he doesn't. It's the chest that's throwing me off. Like the arms, sure, because the arms are going to come down. You know what I'm saying? Like he's probably getting a little more jacked now. When does he start filming? Like in another month?
Is it that far ahead?
I'm not really sure how far out it is, but
a while ago for this.
That's fair. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Movie magic, man. Movie magic. I can't judge what he's going to look like. I didn't think Mickey Rourke was going to come out in the way he did in The Wrestler, but he was freaking body perfect.
Don't get me wrong. The way Chris Hemsworth looks now, play Hulk Hogan. I like Chris Hemsworth enough. We talking about the four Chris's last week, and this is my number one. Chris Hemsworth is the guy. He's amazing in my opinion. But this is, I don't care what he looks like. This is not a Hulk Hogan body. Hulk Hogan was a barrel chest. He wasn't ripped, but he was huge.
He was the barrel chested. He had this giant chest, man. And looking at that huge chest and that giant back, his back was just ridiculous. Like,
he came from the old school weightlifting where it wasn't like being ripped. It was just being big.
Mm-hmm.
And now don't get me wrong. It's not like Hulk Hogan looked like a fat ass or anything like that. Not in any way, shape, or form. He just was a big dude, you know. And this is ripped. This looks more like a Brock Lesnar body in my opinion.
And you also have the difference of you have years of one type of what were you putting in your body. You know, so there's a difference of how your body's going to react between what we want to see Hulk Hogan look like because we've watched him for 40 years on television now.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so it's almost unfair to try to sit here and really compare and think about what we're going to see when we've seen Hulk Hogan go through so many different changes with his own body and steroids and getting off them and changing diets and changing weightlifting styles. You know, there's all kinds of different things that factor in over the years.
I mean, I'm even going with Hulk Hogan looked better in WCW.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
In WWE because he leaned out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you started seeing more definition. And I understood that because he started wrestling with a younger generation that was showing more definition.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why he was like, all right, I'm going to do the same. So, but for me, like I look at Chris Hemsworth, like again, I cannot wait for this movie. I can't wait to see Chris Hemsworth play Hulk Hogan. I think it's going to be amazing. He looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He looks huge. And he's just that good of an actor that, you know, he could be as lean as he was in Ghostbusters, that god-awful remake. And
why would you bring it up?
Yeah, I know. True. All right, don't throw me off. So he could do all that, and he could still play Hulk Hogan, in my opinion, because he was just, you know, that's what I want. I want Thor playing Hulk Hogan.
No, I mean, it's what's right. It's the way the universe was meant to work.
Oh, 100%. And I'm super excited. And it's a Netflix movie, so it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Is Bubba the Love Sponge in it? If he is, I wonder who's playing him. It's going to be a weird twist. I kind of hope for biopic's sake they don't go down the whole rabbit hole of everything that happened after. Just stick to the wrestling career.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see who they try to put in there and sprinkle in because, you know, they have to put some Macho Man. They have to put some call back to the NWA or what was going on during that time.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay. Before we move on, I want to get your opinion on this. Let's pick out some of the wrestlers that who are, you know, unfortunately passed away at this point, who have to be in the movie.
Undertaker.
Well, Taker, yeah, because he lost the belt to Taker.
Exactly. That was a big deal.
But Taker could play Taker, and I'd be okay with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Andre the Giant.
Who's playing Andre, in your opinion? How are we reimagining Andre here? Because are we going to reimagine Andre in a way where it's... I mean, theoretically, if you want Andre when he slammed him, you know, hire me because that's sort of what you're going to get.
Well, he was bigger at the end of his career. I mean, that was it. He was done, man. He had barely walked down the freaking steps in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah. He had to hold on to the rope the entire time. It was sad to see, but he was still such a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So I want to know who you think should play Andre. Oh, okay. Brian says Big Show is Andre.
Big Show.
That would
All
be
right.
a cool send-up, too, because remember, he played the son of Andre in WCW when he started.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, who's going to play the Sheik? And you know it's going to piss off the Sheik. And you have to have the Sheik, because Sheik is who he beat for the championship. His first ever time as the champion in WWE, Hogan beat the Sheik.
Who plays the Sheik, though?
I know that'd be a strange one.
Do you have Sergeant Slaughter?
It depends on how involved you get. How involved do you get in the matches? Like, I know they're going to go outside into his life and stuff like that, but if you're going to show glimpses into his matches, what are Hogan's? All right, and let's just stick to WWE for right now. What are Hogan's biggest matches? Here's mine, in my opinion. Sheik for his first ever title win, which he held for 4 years. Andre at the second fight. Because Andre won it, and then Andre.
What was that, WrestleMania 3 or 2?
3. I think.
3.
I have to double check, but I believe it was 3 because he did 2 years in a row with him.
Right.
You gotta have the Mr. T, Jimmy Snuka versus the Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton. So you got to have that match because that's the first WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
You could have the Taker match, but it wasn't, I mean, as prolific in wrestling as it wasn't as prolific in life.
Right.
I think. But the Ultimate Warrior match.
Oh, yeah. You got to have Ultimate Warrior match.
And so that, I think, would be a more interesting match to put in, but you have to have Savage in there and the real-life drama that went along with Savage. So who's
going to play Savage? Zac Efron?
He could, man. He could play him. Oh, man. You got to get The Rock in there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, but who would he be? Like Cowboy Bob Orton? Throw everything off.
Well, if you're going to do Cowboy Bob Orton, just reimagine the look, and you get Randy to play him. Let him play his dad.
Yeah.
I'd be all for that. I mean, they didn't have a similar look, but, makeup effects can come in, and I think it would be a nice touch if you put Randy in there as Cowboy.
It'd be cool if you could do those callbacks and actually have the kids involved.
Who plays Piper? Piper's a big one.
Yeah, you really do need Piper in there.
Because Piper's Pit was where they had the head-to-head where Andre turned heel and ripped off the cross of Hulk Hogan. And if you're going to put anything in there for him to lose the belt, to show that he's going to lose the belt and show Andre's turn, you're going to have to reenact Piper's Pit. And if you're going to do WrestleMania 1, which I'm sure they are because it's huge, you're going to have Piper there. So that's Piper's going to be a big deal in this.
Yeah.
It's interesting. If you're
I can't think of who would play a good Piper off the top of my head. Freddie Prinze Jr.
No. I mean, it's too old.
Fair.
And it's too old, and no. I mean, you're gonna have to get somebody. If you put Zac Efron in it, he would be a good Piper, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think of who.
A little too pretty for Piper.
Yeah, that's my thing. Logan Marshall Green, the guy from Upgrade. I was really impressed with his acting ability, so I thought he could probably do something along those lines.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's a great actor. I love that movie. Oh God. Brian, Pat from Sports Snobs got it. Yeah, well, let's put Pat right in there. Dude from Peaky Blinders, the brother. I'm not sure. I don't watch Peaky Blinders, so I have to.
Yeah, I need to brush up on that. Apparently, the show's good. Tons of people watch it, so maybe I'll catch up.
I just finished DS9, so maybe I'll jump on Peaky Blinders next.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean that would be an interesting thing. So, and then you have to get in. You got to talk about the NWO times. And I'm not even saying that this has to be. Say that this has to be all about his wrestling career, but these were huge moments in his wrestling career.
Right.
So for me, it's like, yeah, you got to go with you got to have Nash.
The switch to WCW, you got to have Hall and Nash because that was the NWA for the longest time. So,
and I can't imagine you're not going to have a Vince McMahon and that you're not going to have a Bischoff.
Yeah, you could probably still have both of those guys play those characters.
Now, I don't think this is going to be WWE friendly because I'm sure they're going to get into the steroids. But if they do it, and it is in a friendly way, Just get Shane to play Vince.
Yeah. If everyone agrees.
Dude, stop throwing. Brian, you got to stop throwing. DDP really had no major matches against Hogan.
But he's still the DDP.
Yeah, I love
Bang.
I respect DDP completely, especially for what he does for all the wrestlers now.
Oh, phenomenal.
The only major match DDP had against Hogan was the tag team, and that wasn't even the big thing about Hogan being in it. It was Hogan and Rodman versus Karl Malone and DDP.
Right.
It out of all of the matches in Hogan's arsenal to show in a movie, that's not one that I'd really go with. Because if you're going to go WCW, you got to have the turn. You got to have. There's two matches you definitely have to have because one is a big downfall. Is the Finger of Doom where he poked Kevin Nash and Kevin Nash fell down and then he won the belt.
Oh yeah.
Which was terrible. And then when Jeff Jarrett
was that the SummerSlam one?
No, that was Back to the Beach.
Oh, okay, Back to the Beach. That's what it was. Thank you.
Yeah, and then you have to have the Jeff Jarrett lays down for him, and he got pissed because he laid down because he was pissed about Hogan just rewriting whatever he wanted and making himself a winner every time. So, and that was the Vince Russo came out and cursed out Hogan.
Yep.
So we know our wrestling. I think we've established that, but I'm wondering, do we know our sitcoms for Thanksgiving special?
Oh, buddy,
I know
let me tell you. Full effect over here. After that, yeah. So sitcom Thanksgiving specials. Great. Glad you brought that up, Mike. Yeah. It's something I've been researching here recently pretty heavily.
What do you got?
Well, I mean, Friends is a classic. I'm just going to jump right into it because I feel like we've already burned a lot of time on wrestling. So I'm going to jump into this one.
That was great talk.
It was great talk. Fantastic talk. I rewatched Friends anyway. So the Thanksgiving stuff came up. I wanted to watch sitcoms because I needed to break myself of the funk, more or less. So I threw on Ted Lasso, finished that, just ate right through it. Fantastic show. Executive produced by Bill Lawrence, who did Scrubs. And I've been listening to the Zach Braff and Donald Faison rewatch show that they do a podcast where they rewatch their episodes and then talk about them. So it's been really cool going back through that. So all of this circles back to me going, I'm kind of getting caught in this sitcom loop. So let me just catch up on the Thanksgiving specials. I'm curious if there are any. But there are not that many. As many as I remember because I seem to have watched all the ones that I loved. And those are the only ones that I really noticed.
Friends, if
had
anything,
two.
Friends, they only had two because Friends seems like Thanksgiving was their holiday. And
they had the one with the football where they play football like outside and you find out Monica's a beast. And then the second one is the one with all the Thanksgivings where they just have a series of different Thanksgivings where Chandler gets his toe cut off and the wicker shoe and all of that.
You missed one, my friend, a big one.
Which one?
The Brad Pitt episode.
Wow. Well, don't feel like a fool.
Yeah, because okay, so they had their rank. I'm looking up the ranking of other Thanksgiving episodes, and it's a top 10. So I mean, that's it. So there's only 10 seasons. Episode season 9, they had the one with Rachel's sister. That's when Christina Applegate shows up. That was
is it Reese Witherspoon?
No, she played the other sister.
That's right. Okay.
This was Christina Applegate shows up. And you had the one with the list, which Monica commissioned to create a series of Thanksgiving desserts for Macolate. I don't know what that means. Helping Ross choose between. So they do the pros and cons list for Julie and Rachel.
Oh, that's
so
right.
They're in the other room while Monica's making Thanksgiving dinner.
Right, that's right. I forgot about that one.
The one with the late Thanksgiving, Monica and Chandler's Thanksgiving due to forgettable subplots. Joey's head getting stuck in the doorway.
Which is great. That's a great one.
The one where Underdog got away. I do remember that. That was in season 1. That was when they're having Thanksgiving and Underdog, the balloon, gets away.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they wanted what was it? Chandler wanted to watch the parade, but football was on, and they're like, if you just want to turn it, turn it. The one where Monica doesn't like dogs, that was all right. The one where Ross got high, the parents show up and they find out that he got high, and
hilarious. Hilarity ensues.
yeah. The one with the football, the one with the rumor, Brad Pitt. That's Brad Pitt's episode.
That's the Brad Pitt one, yep.
The one with Chandler in a box. Oh, that's when he puts himself in the box to apologize, and he's not allowed to eat the dinner. They're having dinner while he's in the box.
Right.
And the one with all the Thanksgivings. That was the main one you talked about where they go back about Thanksgivings. So that's a big one for so Friends is a good pull.
Friends was consistent. Then the other one that kind of comes to mind is How I Met Your Mother. Is obviously a huge one.
Slapsgiving.
Yeah.
There was WKRP in Cincinnati, the turkey drop.
Ooh.
Probably the most famous sitcom Thanksgiving scene where they're so anybody who doesn't know what WKRP in Cincinnati is, it was a TV show about a radio station back in the 70s, had a lot of stars in it. It's funny. It's a funny show.
Real funny.
Like 70s, 80s sitcoms. I'd say on par with like a Three's Company or an All Family.
Wings
was 90s.
Well, yeah, but it's on par with it.
True. One day we should talk about spin-offs because Wings is a spin-off of Cheers.
What?
Yeah. We're gonna talk. We're gonna save that.
All right, well, that's this episode could be huge.
That can go all night. Oh wait, that's right. If we do an overnight live show, we can talk about spin-offs.
If only.
I don't know, but maybe on the 26th of Thanksgiving at 11 p.m., we're starting an overnight 8-hour live show.
I don't know what the 26th of Thanksgiving is, but it means that there's a month of Thanksgiving, Mike, is what you've told me. So I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
It's the one with Nick and Casey's all the Thanksgivings.
All the Thanksgivings.
No, so like the WKRP in Cincinnati, that was a really good one. They were having a turkey drop, and so all you're doing is you're not even really there. Like it keeps coming back to like one of their reporters on this thing, and they're dropping turkeys out of a helicopter because it was a terrible marketing ploy. And if you're just listening, oh my God, he's like, they're falling from
humanity. They're just raining turkeys.
And the end line is fantastic. When he comes back to the station, he's like, I really thought turkeys could fly. And so that the turkeys are just hitting the ground, and it's amazing. The whole thing is hilarious and funny. Didn't MASH have a few? MASH did.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then also, let's see, there was, I just had it. That 70s show actually had some fun ones.
Yeah, so I mean, like Thanksgiving has always been kind of a main staple, and that's why I'm glad you brought this up, because we could talk about Thanksgiving specials or things we watch on Thanksgiving all day long, but not a lot gets talked about the sitcoms that celebrate Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving always seems to be a big one, especially with sitcoms.
If you think about it, because they only have their break coming up, and then they'll have like another 2 shows and then another break. So they usually they hit that Thanksgiving and then go right into that. Scrubs had a few Thanksgiving episodes that were good, usually poignant and beautifully painful.
So for me, Friends Thanksgivings were so famous. They had one every year. That's what coined the term Friendsgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Friends spending time together on Thanksgiving. So,
and Himium just kept it going.
Yeah. So Himium. Okay, you're throwing me off with your abbreviation, sir. It's Always Sunny. Always does a good one too. How do I say It's Always Sunny? Whatever. You're screwing me up.
Easip.
Oh, we forgot one of the best episodes that I know you love. The Buffy Thanksgiving Day episode.
Oh yeah.
When Angel is hiding from her and Spike is tied up.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
That is one of the best ones, man. I
One
love
of the
that.
ones that oddly stuck with me the longest is actually from Boy Meets World.
What happened in that one?
Well, that's the one where Corey wins his family wins the Thanksgiving dinner, but then he finds out that Sean can't and his dad aren't really having a Thanksgiving dinner, so the family decides to go over there and have Thanksgiving in his trailer.
It's very sweet, but when you have
It
more room
is.
in your house, just invite over.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why it was done that way. Probably because you can't have the pores come around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Can't have the
yeah.
tours in the neighborhood. That's the
Nope.
way that's what Boy Meets World has taught us.
Exactly. We go to the pores. The pores don't come to us.
By the way, we are being facetious. Anybody?
Oh, I'm one of the pores, so I'm just saying.
We're not allowed anywhere.
I'm trapped here in this wall of sci-fi and horror things. There it is. Hey.
Oh yeah, God forbid it's so trapped. You have awesome stuff all over. Anytime you want to unload it, I'll gladly take it off your hands.
What are you talking about? What room do you have? I'm trying to catch up to you.
Dude, I don't have a lot of room. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I have some. Like there's space here. There's space behind me. I can do it. I can cover that window. I don't care.
I don't care.
That
Test me. Try me. I'll do it.
That First Contact poster would look great over that window.
No, nope. Nope, that's not going anywhere because it's coming soon on VHS. I'm holding out. It's going to happen.
Oh my God, that is such a great poster. And those were always the great posters you can get from like Blockbuster.
Exactly. Yep. Movie gallery, baby.
We did forget one that was also really famous, and that's the Cheers Thanksgiving episode where they have the food fight.
Yeah, I mean, that is iconic. I feel bad we didn't mention it yet.
They all what do you call it? They all meet at Carla's.
Mm-hmm.
I think the TV's not working, and then the food is not being prepared correctly because Diane was trying to prepare it. She's dressed up as Pilgrim, and they just get so mad they throw all the sides at each other.
It's great. It's classic. I don't know. I think Slapsgiving has throughout the years though taken over as the one I will continuously rewatch.
It's so good.
So hilarious.
I even put that in the promotional card for this episode. It was
the hands. Marshall holding the hands. Yeah.
And then they take it away from him at the end.
Yes.
And they're just like
because he's just taunting him the whole time.
And it's epic taunts. And I love when he made the website.
The countdown.
The countdown website, and he miscounted how many days were in October. So he was like, "You missed it. Thanksgiving was yesterday." And he's like, "Thanksgiving's today." He's like, "There's 31 days in October." That was always a fun one too. Is like that always played out that he never realized there was 31 days. Oh, okay, here we go. You know the best sitcom to watch on Thanksgiving is the sitcom where people talk about things, the audience laughs, storylines happen in advance, and the plot thickens and picks up. Everyone gathers around the table at the end to eat food. Listen, you're not wrong. Don't say that's not what you're watching because you know it is.
Hey, Dark Sage, when you're right, you're right. And trust me, the plot does thicken. I eat a lot. A lot.
Yeah. No, but it's true. I mean, if you really come down to it, we're talking about some of our favorites, but that is how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You just see them eating in the end. And I appreciate that, Dark Sage. You may not think I do, but I do. Trust me. So going with the Thanksgiving sitcoms, what do you think ranks better? What do they do better? Christmas or Thanksgiving? Because I always feel like the Christmas episodes kind of always fell flat because they put it all into Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a lot of them are big on Thanksgiving. And when they dumped it into Thanksgiving was huge. The Christmas episodes are all hit or miss because it depends on exactly what do you want to focus on for Christmas. You know, like Scrubs is going to handle one thing versus maybe loss or, lack of togetherness on the holidays or distance, yada, blah, blah. But there are other shows that are going to focus on the family part, or you're going to have another show that's going to focus on the gift giving and going out and giving more and trying to do more in your community. So there's a lot to cover on Christmas. Thanksgiving's easy. You're either hanging out with friends and family and eating a lot. You get a lot of leeway in that area to play. You can do a lot of stuff in there. Whereas Christmas, you really have to hunker down. And everyone usually winds up tying up to some sort of it's a religious holiday, we can't take that away either. So there's a religious aspect to it that some shows don't want to touch on anymore, and things are kind of moving away from. So
that's a good point. I would say that Christmas, for as much fun as it is, you have so many specials, and that's the time when people take off too. That Thanksgiving is the one you really want to hit the holiday spirit with. So
yep, agreed.
That's why writers are always like, "Hey, all right, Thanksgiving or bust."
Except in the case of Charlie Brown, they're the only one who dropped the ball on Thanksgiving.
A lot of people like that one. I'm not.
No. Look, people like it, but I'm saying, but between them, they did a better job, way better job on Christmas.
Oh yeah, but that was the first one.
Not fair.
And I think Halloween was the second one, and then
Which
they
is
kind of went off from
second
there.
best, and then yeah.
So for me, like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna. So it all depends what you want to go with.
Mm-hmm. And Thanksgiving's a weird one too, because it's kind of like, yeah, well, now we celebrate it. Started in 1786. George Washington decreed it as a day of thanks. It's awesome, but we were supposed to be friends with the Indians back then, or the native people, and few years later, it turned into massacre and wiping them out. So Thanksgiving's a weird one, kind of odd. It's good to give thanks, but also remember that it's kind of built on the backs of lots of other people.
Genocide. I guess that's
Manifest
true.
Destiny sounds prettier.
Do not take away Thanksgiving from me. Can we just turn it into something else? Can we not rely on the genocide? Can we just turn the
That's
theme?
why I stick with Turkey Day, bro. Let's just go with Turkey Day. Let's remove the Thanksgiving part and just Turkey Day it.
Listen, I'm okay with the Thanksgiving because it's just about giving thanks. I'm just saying, let's not glorify pilgrims.
I mean, that's probably a good idea. Now I really want to know who's glorifying pilgrims, because I feel like there's a certain subsect of people out there who don't quite understand maybe how puritanical they were.
in the most literal sense.
Right. Horrifyingly.
So, yeah, that's let's say Thanksgiving started in 1901.
That's still a rough year, bro. Let's go a little further up.
2019. And there we go.
You know what? Maybe if it started in Roman times, we're clear. So obviously Thanksgiving started in 39 BC. So we're just, giving thanks.
Yeah. All right. Let's just give thanks for what we got. And if it's nothing, well, it's 2020, so there really is nothing.
I've got this sweet poster. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's legit. That is a cool poster. I can't really argue with that one.
And this one, which is really cool. I'm thankful for that.
Joe Bob.
And I'm also thankful for the guy I went there with. I can't make it. That's you. That's strongest ship in the fleet, brother.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
This guy. There he is. There he is. We'll get this down eventually. I'm so sorry, people, for dealing with this.
Eventually, we'll Brady Bunch it. The funny part is the podcast version is going to be so confusing. What are they doing? Are they just pointing at each other? They're trying to figure it out. So, with that, I kind of want to gloat over the fact that, not gloat, we haven't even achieved it yet. That's a terrible word. I don't know why I used it. I still want to gush kind of over what we're doing for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Which is the SceneSnobs.com Friendsgiving virtual party. We are doing an 8-hour live show. Casey and I are hosting. We're going to have guests on. We're going to have some fun stuff going on. So make sure you're joining in. It is for anybody who just wants to hang out. You can come in and out as you want. You can join in the show. You can join in the comments. You can join on, or whatever you want to do. You just let us know. And we'll have fun topics, conversations that go on. I think Rob from Rob Paints the Movies is going to paint a picture. Brian Kaz from Sports Snobs is going to come on. We'll probably talk some sports. So we're going to have a lot of time for topics. We're going to have my co-host from the Mutant pregame show come on, and we're going to talk horror movies. I know Casey and I are just super excited. We're going to have a wide array to talk about that night.
Oh, I'm stoked. I mean, there's going to be a ton of stuff to chat about. So it's just going to be changing gears, which is ideal in an 8-hour marathon situation.
and I definitely don't mind guests, because it's going to be like, you go ahead and talk. And then I jump off and I go to the bathroom, or case
Just gonna run to get some water or something.
And we're back. Thank you. So if we have singers, we have musicians, we have anybody just want to jump on and do something and promote yourself, please feel free. Or if you just want to hang out, or if you have topic ideas, throw them our way. We are happy to talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's an 8-hour show. We'll have time. Although I'm going to try and get Gerard on, because Gerard has put out 2 conspiracy theory videos recently, and we just need to talk about them.
Okay, awesome. I'm in.
Have a fun time talking about those. So if I can get him on at some point,
beautiful.
We're going to talk about those conspiracies. It's going to be a good time. So I think with that, we've had a pretty great show, my friend.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all on that end right there. It's all you, buddy. You're the reason for that. Is it there? Wait, that's that guy. There it is. Hey.
Why am I still pointing the wrong way?
You did it twice.
Yeah. That's so bad. That is so bad that I did it that way. Like I did. I was like, oh no, now I'm pointing the right way. Now I'm pointing the right way by accident. Like, hey, look, it's all him, and I'm an idiot. Brian Ray, I can do a few on the 3 games on Turkey Day. Go for it, my friend. Show us some picks. Let's do this.
We can talk about the nightmare NFC East.
Oh, God.
3 wins will do you.
3 wins will do you. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to talk about sports, so we'll get into it.
Exactly. There's so many things, so many stuffs.
I don't want to blow it before we get to it. We have 8 hours to cover, and we'll talk spinoffs, because I'm gonna have a lot to say about that.
Oh yeah, and we'll probably bring back sitcoms and any other things. If we haven't discussed it, remember it's 8 hours show. So please, if you want to even email us or send us any topics, hit us up any which way or form.
Yep, and you can watch it on our YouTube channel. You can watch it on any of our social media, Scene Snobs social media. So it'll be on. Let's just have some fun with it. And then I think at this point, it's just going to be people trying to figure out if we're still up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be that Saved by the Bell episode where they do the all night telethon.
Yes.
It wasn't actually even an all night. It was like 6 hours.
But still, that's a lot for kids.
Stupid Zach Morris is still like, please help us. It's like, come on, dude. All right.
I was really waiting for him to be like, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you, Murdoch. We're gonna reenact our favorite movie scene. It's gonna be so much.
Dude, can we please do that?
Yes.
I have the Christmas sweater.
Dude, just get a comfortable chair for that night. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm actually going to move everything, and my entire setup is going to be in my lazy boy. So I'm just going to be in.
You can't do that. You fall asleep too easy.
That's fair. No, I would be a nightmare in there. 20 minutes in. Hey, man, I'm so stoked.
And then I'm literally talking to myself for another 7 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, no. I'm nixing that. No comfortable chairs.
All right. Comfortable chairs out.
We got to sit. We can get up, walk around, but we got to be on stage.
How are you staying awake? Well, there's a shard of glass by my right foot, and I just keep stepping on it. It keeps me up.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? I'm all for it. Let's do that. Gelato and coffee. America runs on Dunkin', and so do I.
Oh. Dude, that's perfect. Yes, I'll get 2 giant, big old box of Joes, and part of the challenge will be see what happens to my body after I drink those during an 8-hour period.
Don't die. There's enough clones of you out in the world that you can just grab some and have them tap in at any moment.
That is true. I'll have one of those guys come in. I've got 4 of them in the area, so.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm not even going to say it.
I'm not a precious snowflake. I get it.
You're the original. There you go. If you're Wayun, you're Wayun number 1.
Sweet.
So there you go. All right, everybody. We're just rambling at this point, and we have more than 8 hours to do that on Thursday. So make sure you join in. 11 p.m. it starts, and it goes till 7 a.m. for our friends, Scene Snobs Friendsgiving virtual party. And it's just going to be a great time. Make sure. So tomorrow night we have. So tomorrow, my interview with Scene Snob Interviews is with the Gnomes Brothers is coming out. That will broadcast at 9 p.m. tomorrow, but it will be available in podcast and video format. Tomorrow night, Lenny and I are back with Behind the Box, and we're talking about Blood Rage and 2 boxes of Joe. You'll shit your pants. That's true.
That's true, Brian. I would.
At least you're close to the bathroom. So make sure you check this out. We'll be live at 7:30 p.m. And then check out the Sports Snobs this week. And Mutant Pregame show on Friday. But the 8-hour show is on Thursday, Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to say, from all of us here at thescenesnobs.com, thank you and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Do you have anything you want to add, Case?
No, that was a great outro. I really liked it. I'm glad I could take this time to mess it up now on the back end. Bye, everyone.
All right. Next time I'll let you go first. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll take care.
Adios.
Not you take care. We'll take care.
Yeah. Be good to each other.